And we have yet another in a long line of assassin hero kills everybody on screen. This time starring fill in the blank. Kate is a new ultra-violent revenge movie, and this time fill-in-the-blank is Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who is joined by Hollywood hotshot Woody Harrelson. It's a Netflix movie, and as cool as it is that we live in a time where brand new movies can be zapped directly to our television sets, it is sort of starting to feel like the we generation of movie making, a la shovelware. Now, no, Kate isn't exactly that bad, but you can really see the cheese starting to slide off the proverbial cracker when it comes to these Netflix movies, especially the assassin goes rogue ones. They just seem to be becoming more and more generic, one after the other. In this case, it just feels like the movie is a vessel for the most grotesque and in-your-face kills that they could come up with. The shtick with Kate is that she's gotten radiation poisoning and has less than 24 hours to hunt down the big baddie that's responsible. Well, talk. I mean, I know that these movies need a shtick or they would be much worse. And yes, I do like saying shtick like that. But when it comes to the internal time bomb, that's one that feels especially overplayed. I much preferred the bullshit that Jolt gave us recently. That lent itself to being much more entertaining. With the "you're gonna die soon" angle, it feels like the movie thinks that it can get away with whatever it wants and we're going to care just because the main character is doomed. Sorry, I'm not biting anymore. You still have to try. Just because Mary Elizabeth Winstead happens to look good how you've done her up is not enough for me to care about her character. And that kind of sucks because you can totally tell had the script been better and she had been given more to work with, then she probably would have made an absolutely good kick-ass action hero. But in the end, with the way it's done, it just feels extremely bland and like the role could have been done by anybody. And you know, now that I actually think about it, that's probably like a prerequisite for these Netflix movies. That way, if something happens with one of the performers' schedules, they can just slot in anybody. The movie takes place primarily in Tokyo, and while it does look really cool on the screen, all it really did was remind me that I probably never want to go to Tokyo. I mean, anime being projected onto the sides of skyscrapers. Could you imagine if we did stuff like that here? If we had like Rick and Morty all over downtown buildings? Actually, that might liven up some of the city skylines. The plot is insanely predictable, that by the time we get to the big reveal, it doesn't feel like that because you're like, yeah, I knew that from the first scene of the movie. And while there are some moments of style as Kate blasts and carves her way through waves and waves of baddies, I did find myself glazing over more so than usual. And there's this whole subplot with this young girl that Kate ends up having in tow with her. Again, the movie wants you to care because #guilt, but it comes across as a pretty by-the-books plot device. She's an edgy teen now, but by the end of the movie, she's gonna learn to just stop, please. Kate gets a 4 out of 10. Mary Elizabeth Winstead kicks some ass in a movie that is all flash and no bang. Yeah. We'll go with that. If you like shoot-'em-ups and you just want to put something on to switch your brain off to, then Kate may fill that void for you. Just don't expect this movie to leave any sort of impression on you. So what about you guys? Have you seen Kate yet? Like I said, it's a Netflix original, so if you want to subject yourself to it, by all means, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next one.